We have a lot of green space around Seattle. We're fortunate enough to have that, and we certainly like to keep that. And I think the hybrid bus fits into that program.
As a driver, especially being keenly aware that it is a hybrid, it's important to know that I can carry so many people and use less energy to do that.
Reliability is a very important factor, and making sure that we have a bus that's out on the road, that's available for the public, that's giving us good service, and also keeping our cost factors down.
I like to have a piece of equipment that's dependable, that I can be proud in, and that I can have, shall we say, a sense of ownership in. And this unit is put together so well, I feel I can have that.
Every bus that we buy here on the property, we put through some acceleration tests, 0 to 10, 0 to 20, 0 to 45 on flat land and also climbing grades. And in every one of those tests, this hybrid has outperformed every other vehicle that we have on the property.
We set up a test program to run the bus 20 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And doing so, we wanted to do that with a full maximum load on the bus. So it's kind of a worst case scenario.
We loaded it with 11,000 pounds of ballast. We had a team of about a dozen drivers who worked night and day. They were out there Christmas Day, New Year's Day running the bus.
At this point now, we have actually achieved our goals. We're actually over 37,000 test miles. So it's been impressive.
We've had a good partnership between Allison and New Flyer because the bus has performed excellent for this whole test. In 36,000 miles, we've not had 1 yard delay.
Feedback from my technicians has been very good. In fact, they're impressed so far with what they're seeing and what they're experiencing and working on the different systems. And that's a good sign.
About 30,000 miles, Allison came through and took apart the transmission to check clutch wear. And I, for one, was very impressed with the clutch plate wear. It was zero, there was nothing on it. The reaction plates looked like they'd just come out of the box.
Charlie guys will love it.
The coach certainly picks up faster than a normal 60-foot diesel bus would.
I think that this bus is a substantial improvement over the Breda coaches.
You don't feel the shift. It's a very smooth transition.
Well, in hush mode, the bus is very quiet. It's wonderful in that respect, especially when you stop into a station and you open the doors and the coach basically just kind of powers down almost. Makes it easy to hold a conversation in case passengers have any questions.
And it stops nicely. It takes off from the line very nicely. It's a nice running bus.
We've only had a couple of issues that came up during the test. One was a mirror, and the other one was a solenoid in the drive unit. The solenoid in the drive unit, we went down to the local Allison dealer, got the part we need, and we were back on the road in just a couple hours.
One of the more appealing things about hybrid is that it has almost no impact to the infrastructure of a normal transit agency.
We want the parts as close as we can get them to what they're used to, where the components are located. We want to make sure the components have parts that are readily available within the Seattle area, and we're not having to go overseas or a long delay in parts.
The shops are all set up for it already. The diagnostics on board the vehicle are so complete that with a little bit of training, any transit agency will be able to operate this vehicle with little or no impact.
This is the next logical step as far as I'm concerned. Overall, all of us on Earth are looking for cleaner and more efficient ways of doing things, especially when it comes to our environment. And the hybrid bus is really giving us what we need right now.
If you really want to see how environmentally friendly this hybrid bus is, go look at the tailpipe. And if you look at the tailpipe on this bus after a year's worth of running compared to any other diesel bus out there, you don't see any black soot And that black soot now is not going into the lungs of the people around our community. And
from my standpoint, we've got green lights in all directions. The bus performs well, has good reliability, it's got good comfort. The noise level is acceptable, the emissions are good, excellent reliability, and we think we're going to continue to go forward and purchase a fleet.
I got some buttons from Chris about this stuff works. TSW with a nice hybrid drive in the background. It's certainly spawned an awful lot of comment asking what that really means. And I'll just say this stuff really does work.
I got to agree, this stuff does work.
This stuff works.
TSW, this stuff works.
Give